Hi, I'm Kat, and I'm coming to you live from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Okay, I can never be a influencer. I'm Kat. I live in Japan, and I make videos of like daily life about living in Japan from the view of an older person, just to give you a glimpse of what it's really like here. So this video is about your household. What do you need in your household? If you're planning on moving to Japan, or if your job transfers you here and you have to set up your household, what really do you need? I mean, of course, you need shampoo and dish soap and laundry soap and towels and toilet paper. Yeah, that's a given. But if you go to the grocery store or to the drugstore and you have aisles upon aisles of products, it's like, what do I need? What does it say on there? What does this product do? Crazy, I don't know. So I'm gonna give you the top 10 things that you will need in your household, the must-haves of a Japanese household. All right, this list is just my opinion and my opinion only. I have lived in 3 apartments and 1 house, and all places I went into was completely empty and I had to start from scratch. And these are the 10 essential items that I always have. Number 1 is garbage bags. I know that sounds like, duh, of course you need garbage bags, but let me explain. In Japan, you have to have specific garbage bags in order to put your trash out. You can't just go to Costco or what else? Just Costco here. You can't go to Costco and just buy a big thing of like hefty bags and stuff and then put your garbage out. You can't do that. Depending on what city you live in, you have to have a specific kind of trash bag. So this one says right here, it has all the city names. This trash bag can be used in. Pretty much all trash bags kind of look the same. They're either this like dark gray color or they're white. You see on the outside there? It has all the city names. These are the cities that can use this trash bag. If you use a different trash bag, they won't pick it up. I remember one city I lived in, we actually had to write our address on it. And if you didn't write your address on it, they didn't pick it up. So make sure, if you move here, just make sure you get the trash bag that has your city on it. Or if they require you to put your address on the trash bag, make sure you do it or your trash won't be picked up. Number 2 is, again, this is going to sound like common sense, but let me explain. It's tissue, and don't call it Kleenex here. That is an American thing. When I first came to Japan and I'm like, oh, I need a Kleenex. Can I have a Kleenex? They're like, what are you talking about? What's a Kleenex? They call it tissue here. In Japanese, they say tissue. There, you learned a Japanese word today. Tissues in the household are very, very important. Besides, blowing your, the normal stuff of blowing your nose and stuff like that. They use it for everything. If something spills on the table, they're like, tissue, tissue, tissue. They use tissues for everything. Japanese really don't use napkins. Yes, you can go to a restaurant, but you get these tiny little rectangle paper thin things for napkins. They're not a big napkin society. They use tissues as napkins, and I have conformed to that. I use tissue as napkins. You can find napkins at like the 100 yen store, but to be honest, this is just easier and simpler. They're pretty sturdy to use as a napkin. Number 3, which I think is really, really important for any household. It's right there. Blackout curtains. I am not kidding. The sun rises at 4:30, between 4 and 4:30 in the morning. And if you do not have blackout curtains, you are going to be woken up by the morning sun every day. It's not called the land of the rising sun for nothing. Seriously, blackout curtains. If you ever stay in a hotel or an Airbnb and one of the amenities says blackout curtains, that's a good place to stay. If they don't have blackout curtains, don't stay there, because you seriously will be woken up at least by 5 a.m. in the morning with the sun shining in your eyes. It's just insane. On to number 4, Zoukin. These are Zoukin. They're little white towels that every Japanese person has in their house. We have about 100 of them. Even schools have it. You can see on this one, it has where the kids can put their name and what class they're in. Every semester, my kids have to take 2 new ones to school, one with their name, one without. One is their personal one when they clean the school, and the other one is like to donate to the school. You can use this for everything. I use it for dusting, mopping the floor. If something spilled on the floor, we use it to wipe it up. I've used it to wash the car. I've used it to wash windows. I've used it to clean the stove. This thing is so versatile. If you move to Japan, put this on your list to buy. Zoukin. On to number 5, laundry nets. These are all my laundry nets. In my previous video, I talked about that Japanese don't have dryers. Well, their washing machines has this intense spin cycle to dry the clothes as much as possible. I noticed visiting America and of course living here, the clothes come out wetter in America than they come in Japan. They're practically dry when they come out of the washer. So if you have nice clothing like, women's blouses or anything with like buckles, the best thing to do is to put it in a net. And they have a variety of nets. They have small nets, they have huge nets, they even have nets for women's clothing. I highly recommend these because it will save your clothes. If you're moving to Japan or staying here for an extended period of time, use laundry nets to save your clothes from the insane spin cycle. Number 6, fabric softener. I know this looks like a Downy fabric softener bottle, which it is, but there's no Downy in here, so I'm not promoting Downy or anything. I've just had this container for over 10 years. I just buy refills. Fabric softener is your best friend in Japan. Like I said, no dryers. And the first year, I was not domestic when I first came here. My first year here, I did my laundry and it was like hanging up potato chips. They were so crunchy. In America, I never used fabric softener. I used a little Bounce, I think it was called. It's been so long. The dryer sheets, I've used that because it fluffs up your clothes and everything, so it's nice. But here in Japan, no dryers, so I highly recommend fabric softener. Number 7, drain nets. Now these are very, very important because in Japan, every bath, every shower has a drain that hair and everything gets collected on. It's just the style they have here. And the kitchen sink, they don't have like in America, I don't know what those things are called, the little metal things you put in there, or I don't know, the more fancy ones, I don't know. In every apartment and house I've ever lived in, I've had to have these because if stuff goes down your drain, then you're in trouble. So let me show you. Trigger warning, it's kind of gross. All right, here's my kitchen sink. Please ignore this black thing. It needs to be replaced, but take that out. And there is this little thing. And as you can see, it is full of stuff that could possibly go down the drain. So you take it out, throw it away, get another net, put the net in, and put it back in. And it saves your sink from all the gooky stuff that goes down there. Again, trigger warning, it's kind of gross. Depending on your shower, the location may be different, but you always have this. You need to take it off. And as you see, there is hair and gook and nasty stuff. And that can ruin your drains. So you have to change the net. Pop it back in and you're good to go. See how nasty that was? Put this on your grocery list in Japan. Number 8, it's upside down. Magic sponge. That's what they're called. This is a magic sponge. Look at that little tiny little thing. Now these things are awesome. You use these for cleaning and they clean anything. I will demonstrate as soon as I let my cat in. Hold on. All you do is wet it a little bit and scrub it on all you have to do is wet it a little bit and scrub it on whatever you need to clean and it gets rid of it. You don't have to worry about it ruining any surfaces because it really doesn't. Let me demonstrate. Let's get it wet. All right, come with me. I don't know if you can see it on camera. See yeah, you can see. See all that going down? That is from my husband and my kids using the wall as a handrail, even though we have this here. Now this is wallpaper. If you scrub it with anything, it would probably tear it. But check this out. Look at all that dirt that's coming off. And no damage. Let me go get a Zoukin and clean this up. Wet Zoukin. Look at how clean that is compared to that. Magic sponge and Zoukin are your best friends in Japan. Check that out. And no damage to the wall. Here comes the Zoukin. Oh, look how beautiful that is. They do, after a while, break down, as you can see. All right, I think I'm going to finish this up. Look at that. Amazing. Now, my little sponge is, I know it's hard to tell with the kind of wallpaper, but look, you can see the one spot I haven't done yet. I'll get that later. On to number 9, which some of you who are more into natural products for cleaning and everything, like using a magic sponge and water, which is great. But this is for the really tough stuff. Now in Japan, we have a lot of humidity, especially in summer. So you're going to get a lot of mold and you're going to get a lot of water stains and stuff, especially in the bath shower area. You may have a fan going on in the shower. You're still going to get some areas that might have little mold or what have you. This stuff will get rid of it. It's called Kabi Killer. Kabi means mold, and killer, of course, killer. This gets stains off of everything. What you do is you spray it on something and leave it for 5 minutes and then you wipe it clean. And this gets, I'm not kidding, this thing cleans everything, especially if you have any kind of mold like build up in your shower. Maybe there's some mold in the corners or something that you've missed in cleaning. Spray this on for 5 minutes, rinse it off, it's gone. If you use it, do it in a well ventilated area because it is a very powerful smell. I don't use it often. This whole bottle will last me like a couple of years because I don't use it that often, but I do highly recommend it because Japan does get mold very easily because of the humidity in summer. Now, if you want to go all natural, that's fine, no problem. But for the really tough stuff, especially if you have a big mold buildup, this is the stuff you want. On to number 10. Like I said, in the summer, we get a lot of humidity and there's a lot of moisture in the air. And especially if you hang your clothes inside, even during winter, you're going to get a lot of moisture buildup. These help with it greatly. These little guys. I'm not promoting this brand. This is just the brand that I use sometimes. Sometimes I use different brands, whichever one is cheaper. They all work the same. This one is 550 milliliters, so each one will collect 550 milliliters of water. It says Mizu Tori, and what they do is they draw the moisture out of the air and collect it in these little cases. I mostly use this in the bathroom where we take showers and stuff where there's a lot of moisture buildup, and also in my closets because they're not really closets. They're the size where futons go in and they're really big and they collect a lot of moisture. So I use them in there. So come with me and I will show you. All right, this is my English closet. And where are you? There it is. Look at that. That's full. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at all the moisture it collected in there. I should have another one down here somewhere. It's all my teaching supplies. All right, where are you? Oh, there you are. That one's pretty full. All right, let's check the one in the bathroom. Yep, I would say that's full. I went around the house and collected all of them. Now you need to set up the new ones, which is very easy. Take a quick little tab there, quick little tab there, take off the bottom because you don't need it. Take off the top, and then you have to punch them out like that. All right, then you take it apart. There's a tab somewhere. Where is it? There it is. And you just pull it off. Now don't pull this This is when it's full. You open it up to drain the water out before you throw this container away. All right. And then, ta-da! Now I can go and put them back in my closet to absorb more water. So what do you think? Good products, bad products, products you wish you had, products you think are questionable? I love them, but I would like to know what you think. Tell me in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It would make me really happy. Till then, see you in the next video.